Is Iran going to get its frozen assets? I don't see that happening. Are they gonna put, because not only frozen assets, it seems that the United States is gonna lift, or it's this sort of wavering the sanctions on Iranian energy sector, basically Iranian export of oil, and the other point, petrochemical productions of Iran. He somehow would lift the sanctions on the Iranian energy sector, if you can put it this way. These are the benefits for Iran: sanctions, blockade, frozen assets. The other 2 points, Strait of Hormuz, nothing. It's not related to the United States and the US position. The case of Lebanon, the United States cannot do anything. Just remember that. It's not gonna happen. Israel is gonna decide about the situation in southern part of Lebanon. It's not the US, it's not gonna be the President of the United States, whoever comes next, or because this is a long story. It's not the story of today or yesterday or the day before. Since 1948, Israel was doing this, and they're continuing the same sort of attitude, with the same sort of attitude. It's about destroying, leveling everything, killing the people, then annexing the land. They're doing the same thing in Syria. Those people who were arguing, you remember, when Assad was in power, and they said the problem is Assad, Bashar Assad is the problem. Right now, you have the head of HTS in Syria. Has Israel stopped attacking Syria? What is happening to Syria? They're advancing, they're getting more land. And what is the importance of that land? It's 20% of the fresh water of Syria is under the occupation of Israel today. They're trying to do the same in the southern part of Lebanon. It's all strategic on the part of Israel. It's not just about the land, it's about the resources of that land. How they can control everything. And there was a meeting between Al-Jolani, Al-Shara, and Lebanese Prime Minister. In that meeting, he said to Nawaf Salam, he said, there is no point in negotiating with Israel. There is no point. This is the head of HTS. He's not even related or close to the axis of resistance. He's totally in the hand of, under the thumb of the United States. But he's saying that. That's a big story, in my opinion. That's huge for the government in Lebanon. The government in Lebanon is in the same position. They're under the thumb of the United States, because they think as much as they concede, they can improve the situation. No. You back down, you're weak. And they're going to destroy you. They're going to go after you. You fight back, they back down. They reassess their position. This is the way it works in the Middle East. That's why Iran has to respond. Iran has to respond to Israeli attack. And they will do that. Because if you back down, it's a sign of weakness. Remember, Iran was negotiating with the United States. Even negotiations with these people is a sign of weakness. They negotiated. They were negotiating with the United States 2 times, and the United States attacked them. Israeli attack in June 2025, an American attack together with Israel, a joint attack, Israeli-American attack on February 28th of February this year. So this is, you negotiate, you're weak. And I think this is the new reality. You fight back. There is no way to understand. Looking at the situation with the negotiation, it shows no sign of negotiation or any sort of talk. It's all about the battlefield. The Strait of Hormuz is the outcome of the battlefield. The blockade, if they try to lift the blockade, is going to be the outcome of the battlefield. Lebanon is going to be decided on the battlefield. There is no way to negotiate on Lebanon and what's going on in Lebanon. You have to decide about the future of the region. You have to force Israel out of Lebanon. There is no way to negotiate and get it out of negotiations. It has never happened. And I don't know why you can be optimistic about that happening through negotiations. This is the reality. And I hope the leadership in Iran understand what's going on. And this is the important moment. It's not about the deal. The deal can be signed, a little letter and document. There was a big deal, there was a big agreement between Iran and the United JCPOA. That was, even it's not comparable with what's going on right now. JCPOA, Iran and the United States negotiated on that deal for something like 3 years, 2.5 and 3 years of negotiations. Not only politically, but technical teams coming together, negotiating, then signing the agreement. And the day after, Donald Trump came in and destroyed everything. Nothing is there. So the leadership in Iran, the leadership in acts of resistance should understand this is the reality. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The day after the signature, you're signing the deal, they're gonna come out and say, we don't care about it. It doesn't provide us, it doesn't benefit us, so let's throw it into the trash. And this is the moment for the acts of resistance to reassess, to reevaluate what's going on. Are they gonna benefit? It's not about Iran, remember that. It's not about Iran. Because Iran is defined within the acts of resistance. With Yemen, with Iraq, with Lebanon, with Gaza. Because if you want to put an end to the genocide, I think this is the very crucial and important moment to pursue that. You're not backing down. You're not letting Israel continue with this genocide. Because the genocide is expanding. It's not shrinking. The shrinkage of the genocide is not happening. They're expanding the genocide. And this is the moment that you have to stay. You have to fight back. You have to force them into some sort of understanding that they're not going to continue with this sort of attacks. It's impossible for the acts of resistance to back down. Backing down, it's going to be weakness. It's going to be the end for you. Don't let the United States, in my opinion, they don't have to let the United States what they couldn't achieve on the battlefield. Right now, they dream or they want to achieve it with this sort of deal between the two sides. That's why Iran has to fight back, has to show the importance of their position. Let's see what would happen later on today. We're gonna have more news about what's going on. I think from what we've seen so far and the latest news, somehow I think it's showing that Donald Trump Access reported, Trump told, here is what Donald Trump said to Axios. When it was asked, why did Bibi have to do this effing attack? And he said, I was so pissed off, Donald Trump saying that. I let him know that he has no effing judgment. I let him know that. Who cares about what's going on anymore? I don't see these people in Iran looking at the Iran, what's going on in Iran. They don't care what's going on between Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump. As they see Iran within the acts of resistance, they see the same position for Israel, and they don't see the United States and Israel as two different enemies. They see they're totally the same thing. The United States is doing what Israel is asking for. Israel is using the United States as a proxy. The Trump administration managed to turn the United States as a perfect proxy of Israel in the Middle East. If the United States want to survive strategically in the region, in the West Asia, They have the opportunity to show to the people in the region that they're not vassal of Israel in the region. They have their sort of sovereignty, but we haven't seen that so far. Donald Trump is not showing us that the United States is a sovereign country. Just imagine how ridiculous is that. A superpower is not a sovereign country when it comes to Israel, and they have to follow the Israeli policies. And Donald Trump said moments ago that I told Iran not to respond. If they respond, it's going to ruin everything. I think the signing will still happen today in a few hours, but Iran should not launch missiles at Israel. Let's see what would happen. This is Donald Trump putting a lot of pressure on Iranians not to respond. But unfortunately, if you cannot control your ally, the guy you supported, the guy you sacrificed everything for him, for Israel, if you cannot control him, you cannot expect to control Iranian behavior and Iranian retaliation. Let's see what would happen today. Thank you so much for being with me today. I tried to summarize what's going on right now, and let's see what would happen. My understanding is the Iranians are gonna hit Israel hard, and they're gonna hit them hard to teach them a lesson that they cannot continue with this sort of behavior. Let's see what would happen. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
So much is cursed and burst, the breath before the hearse, the worst, swallowing the shine. Lines crossed by mankind, getting lost in moonshine runs like Huns. Where the guns, the maps, the wheels, in the valleys below the hills, wheels on a word where time kills.
Rhyme sublime and it ain't pantomime. I speak in words cause I ain't a mind. Voice musical, just like the wind chime. Gotta keep pressing on cause I'm running out of time. Rewind, impossible in life. Lord knows I had my fair share, stress and strife. I did what I had to do just to get by. Hope it's not too late to go to heaven when I die.
Praying for better, expecting to do worse. Praying God forgive, cause I'm expecting to do dirt. Redemption eventual, but my poverty urgent. Not certain God exists, but I'm certain of the punishment. Must have done some real funny shit in my last life. Gotta set it straight the last night before I get my last right. Cause the devil's in my ass like double A's in a flashlight.
I ain't going to heaven, I'm going to hell. Because the devil knows I never lived my life so well. I know I'm done wrong, and I ain't got long. I'll be done living before I'm done with this song. My body is strong, but my soul is weak. The afterlife, it ain't a matter of physique. I know where I'm gonna go, and I go no love above, I'll be down below.
Tell more rhymes and the stars in the sky. I ain't going to heaven when I die. I ain't going to heaven when I die.
Okay, the devil came up to Brooklyn. He was looking for a soul to steal. Found me alive, and he gave me a ride. That's when he offered me the wickedest deal. So I shivered and said I'm sorry to dad. I know he upstairs looking tight sad, but I had to respond to that wanted ad. Now a good girl gotta go bad.
I'm dressed in all black like a hypochondriac. Around the city, we the South, we the South where I'm at, and I'm a man of many hats. I don't give a fuck, rocking old school tats. Laid back in the black, against the grass on blast. Ask anybody that know me about my past. Giving it hell, I'm fantastic. Wrap around the microphone, bitch, I'm going drastic. I praise God and pray hard, the pastor takes me. Bible is falling, the bastard race me. The devil goes hard and the master baits me. All I was a fan like a cast of Brady's. What more can a ghetto child ask for? The stress has 8 letters, my life is the last 4. Knocking out songs like a boot bounce a glass jaw. I'm still knocking on heaven's door.
If you only doing something good for you to come, Oh no.
They call him 5'1", hit man with the pen in the pad, finally get the job done. Rockin' with the double G's, wild.
Let's face it, most of us are.
Never had a trial one. Bang bang, grind like I'm in the chain gang. Quick to cut the swag, rockin' with a damn shame. Thanks and all these bodies to the sky. Ain't no way I'm gonna hit me when I die.
Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait. Ain't no love out here for me, Gangsta grass, Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait.
Escobar.
A helicopter?
William Ray Johnson, I think. Yeah, William
Rio?
Ray Johnson. This guy, I can
Rio
imagine.
de
Imagine being
Janeiro?
playing for a Colombian team, and the cartel is hoping that you win.
Imagine
the fuck
getting
up.
so mad over a soccer game that you murder someone. Now the story starts with this guy, Andres. And Andres is around 27 years old during this time. He's living in Colombia, and he plays soccer for the national soccer team. And everyone in Colombia loves this guy. Because Andres
It's so
doesn't trash
obvious,
talk,
too.
he doesn't play
It kind of
dirty, he doesn't start
shows a
fights.
lot.
He's generally a positive dude who stays calm and humble. And soccer is a huge deal to Colombians. They take that shit real seriously. So Andres is not only famous, he's basically a national hero there. But then, one day in 1993, something happens that changes his life forever. On this day, his team plays a big game against Argentina, and they destroy them, winning 5-0. And this win changes everything, because it means that Colombia will now go on to play in the World Cup. And this is as big as a deal as...
Yeah, so World Cup, Colombia arrived at the 1994 World Cup in the United States. And they had a lot of pressure because there was narco gamblers and cartel. Imagine the amount of pressure. The cartel is watching the game, placing bets.
as it could possibly get. And suddenly, the hype around Andres and his team explodes. Their entire country is ecstatic. Not only are sports fans watching all this play out, the Colombian
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Two helicopters collided over Rio de Janeiro on Sunday morning and crashed in the city's western zone, killing all 6 people aboard. Firefighters said Rio de Janeiro's military fire department said that one of the helicopters crashed on a car dealership where several electric vehicles were parked, igniting a fire that was extinguished. Officials said an investigation is underway to determine the cause of the collision.
So with that in mind, the World Cup is not just about national pride. It's about keeping very dangerous people.
What's that? What do I think about what? Such an oddball time to ask the question. What do I think about Trump's name being taken down from the Kennedy Center? So what? It's the Kennedy Center. You got the Kennedy Center, you got the Obama Library in Trump Plaza. Now we can build another place. Trump's Golden Arches. No, the Golden Arches are already taken. I think so. It's already taken the Iron Dome. The steel trap. How about Kingdom? Call it a kingdom. Yeah. Take his name off the Kennedy Center, build a Trump kingdom. How about that? Oh yeah? There's gonna be a golf course. There's gonna be water slides. There's gonna be ice cream and fried dough. You just wait. So what do you think about that? Yeah, that's what I think about that. You regret asking me now, don't you? No, you're glad? Oh, that's okay. Glad I know where you're coming from. That's hilarious. Good idea. It'll be mini golf. Mini golf.
So in 1994, Andres and his team fly up,
but not like the cheesy frickin' clown show lights and bells and buzzers from the 80s. Those were scary. And they were dangerous. I almost lost my hand.
Just lost millions betting on it. And to them, this loss is unacceptable. It also means that Andres' team only has one more chance. If they lose this next game...
So this next game, man, this is their last chance. It's them versus the
hotel Andres and his team are staying at in California, someone somehow hacks into the hotel television systems, and where you typically see a welcome message when you turn on the TV, now the message tells them not to let a certain player play, or the entire team will be killed and their families will be bombed. And this terrifies the players. They all know the drug cartel is involved, and they now understand they're not just playing the game comes, and it's Colombia versus the USA.
So it's the Colombia versus the USA, and this guy Andres.
Oh yes, it'll have to have a Queen's Court. Exactly. Good idea.
And of course, the drug cartels are watching as well. So these guys have to win this time. So the big game starts, and right from the beginning, Andres plays as hard as he can, kicking that ball down the field and whatnot. But here's where the story gets crazy. About 20 minutes go by, and an American player tries to pass to his teammate, and Andres tries to stop the pass. But then, something unimaginable happens. The ball deflects off his foot at an angle, and it rolls past his own goalie straight into his own net.
So he basically scored on himself and he lost the game. Effing crazy. Effing crazy, right? So then, 10 days after this happens, because he's getting death threats, he's doing all this stuff, he apologized, he said, hey, we all make mistakes, he even wrote in the newspaper column apologizing for the mistake. He said, we must be gallant in victory, but much more so in defeat. Life doesn't end there. Of course, there's people who shit about that cartel. They say 10 days after scoring his own goal or something causes his team to lose. On the night of July 1st, early morning, July 2nd, 1994, he went out to Medellin, because he starts, at first he was like secluded in his apartment, then he starts living his life like normal. He's like, I want to live my life, I'm not gonna let these people scare me. I made a mistake. So he goes to the club in Medellin with his friends, and they end up at Deal nightclub in Bob district, district. So while he was sitting alone in his car in the parking lot, they confronted him. The Gallon brothers, and they were drug traffickers and gamblers. They started heckling him, insulting him about the goal. He tried to calmly explain that it was an accident that could happen to anyone. The situation escalated. It was casual. Pulled out his .38 caliber and shot Andres 6 times. According to witnesses and their accounts, after each shot that he shot, this person took one shot and said, "Goal!" Shot him again. Goal! Shot him again. Goal 6 times. Knocking him because of it. And he was rushed to the hospital and pronounced it at the age of 27. That's how serious, I guess, for some people sports is, you know. I mean, it's the cartels and the rest of it. Now, I want to tell you about this crazy thing that happened today. Crazy. They're saying 2 helicopters collided mid-air, okay, over a place called Resirio dos Bandeirantes neighborhood, southwest of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Resirio dos Bandeirantes.
Grand Plattner blamed women for getting raped.
Plattner said to avoid rape, women should act like an adult for F's sake. He's an awful person.
Graham Plattner is dangerous.
I would never vote for Graham Plattner. Kayak told me when to book to get a great rental car deal. Guess we can stop scrolling for travel advice.
Who's at the door?
We'll never know.
Let's go. Mama can make down terrorist out of the whole world. Then the audience needs to be quarantined. Orders are gone. Following the samurai code, but we don't take orders from the shogun. Maintaining independence like a slave on the land. I write freedom songs for the sake of my fam. No mistaken brand for the norm, I'm above that. This is the
Brazil in the
beginning
games,
of
man.
potential
The last
sunset. I rock my head wondering, where is the love at? I rhyme to keep hip-hop alive and just rap. Cool as flakes of snow on dark places. Try to copy my style like carbon paper. The sub-zero nature of the words I'm writing. Will have me hyperverted from all frostbiting.
Caindo aqui, ó, no canteiro aéreo, meio aqui da Avenida das Américas aqui. Tragédia aqui no Rio de Janeiro, eu escutei uma grande explosão, olhei, eram 2 helicópteros que tinham acabado de colidir, um estouro grande, eles caíram aqui, ó, dentro do estacionamento de uma igreja aqui, desativada, abandonada, mas tem um estacionamento que eu acho que alguma concessionária faz isso aqui de estacionamento, caíram ali em cima, a gente não tem maiores detalhes ainda, mas daqui a pouco a empresa...
Still, on the boat out the woods with the shiners. Open up your tap and pour some stout over your cider. I gotta keep it up.
I'm not getting a helicopter.
Sharpen your
Red light camera ahead.
Write a million pages, traffic, keep it in the binder. Then paint a vivid picture or a frisky
Helicopter,
primer.
no
Running
small
with a trouble,
team,
chasing rabbits out the wire. Bubble up your trouble, pour fuel on the fire.
Right.
And you feel the buzz on the tiger. Sunshine, chicken on your geiger. Speak through, lyrical refiners, Valerian assassin, and want to see the finest. No sense in taking in the beat with the timers. Wanna practice up and get your flows a little tighter. Tell me what you find to get freedom of the fighter. Cry babies defecated in your diapers.
Filmagem aqui da parte da carenagem do avião, asa, entendeu? Sobre o telhado técnico do próprio. Parte aqui caída também. Seguindo aqui, ó, eu vou pegar aqui uma carteira que caiu também junto com o material do avião sobre sobre o telhado. Parte das vestimentas dos tripulantes estão aqui também, ok? Documentação do avião, porta do avião, toda sobre o nosso telhado, hein? Vou mostrar agora a parte onde também tem seguindo aqui. Eu estou verificando aqui também agora a hélice do helicóptero ou do avião danificada sobre o telhado, sobre a placa dos painéis de energia fotovoltaica.
Crazy time. We haven't seen it yesterday. We covered I can't believe yesterday's news of the lady, which is really bizarre because the lady yesterday that chucked her off, Superman style. And an update with that, people are getting custody after 6 weeks. I wonder if it's oh, I forgot to show you this New York situation. These guys tearing up the bus. Check this out too. These guys. Having the time of their life. Would they let this happen in China? Pop up the windows. After kids. What? I don't understand. Actually, I'm surprised they arrested people. 63 people arrested last night. 4 stabbings. Who are they stabbing? Are they stabbing Spurs fans? 4 stabbings and 1
That's
shooting.
it. We went after the IRGC
Incredible.
in the street.
It's a family fire when prices.
Wow. Leaving 10 cops hurt, 63 people in handcuffs. Celebrating the Knicks NBA title, trashed NYPD cars. Oh, I did see that. A couple of cars were damaged, windshields busted in, torched FIFA buses in Times Square. At least 15 suspects were hit with criminal charges, while a 17-year-old boy was also shot in the foot.
100%
Maybe he shot himself. No.
Because of that language of violence that I told
Stabbed
you.
during the
And
meeting.
this isn't me trying to say, listen, we need to start an all-out war.
The vast
No, I'm
majority
saying
of
if
people
Donald Trump
celebrated
legitimately wants a
appropriately.
deal,
There were
he
some who
needs
did
to
not.
continue to project
Hey, your
strength.
Zoran Mandami
He
said,
ran
it was
on
just a
peace
couple of
through strength.
stragglers. You know, that's all.
And strength within itself is contingent upon the man who is viewing it. And the way the IRGC views what's taking place right now is not strength. The way the IRGC views
Just a
it
couple
is
of
weakness,
stragglers.
because we just went against our ally in this fight, knowing
Charges against the
that
out-of-control
coordinated that
revolution
attack
and
through
an
one of its
assault
proxy
on a police
organizations,
officer
and we
by a
condemn
28-year-old
not
man
just
from
our
Arlington,
ally,
Texas.
but also the enemy.
Criminal
That's
possession
a
of a
neutral
weapon, criminal
statement.
mischief,
That's not
disorderly
strength
conduct, resisting arrest,
at all.
obstruction of governmental administration.
if we want the IRGC to come to the table, we need to kill more members of the IRGC. That is a fact. We need to wipe them the hell out.
Soccer fans to FIFA
We
World
need
Cup.
to,
That was happening too.
like, overwhelmingly.
Soccer league. Oh, by the way, tonight, how can I even forget? Tonight is the UFC fight.
And not just one
I gotta
day,
find out
not
details
just a
about
couple
it, 'cause I heard
salvos of
supposedly it's
strikes.
only on
I'm talking
Paramount.
relentless bombing for a week.
Who the hell watches Paramount?
Just straight pushing their poop in. To
Mind
prove
you,
that we are
my
willing
grandmother does,
to do
Mel. I
that.
find that
That
offensive. Who
will
watches
then give you
Paramount?
the peace through
The
strength.
only reason I have
As
Paramount
we're
one time
going
is
to
because
attack back, most
Walmart
certainly.
offered
And I think
it
the
with
one
like
thing that's on Donald Trump's mind is
membership,
weighing
membership
the death of additional U.S. service members. We've lost 13 so far. He knows that if he ends up sending in U.S. service members on the ground over into
How
Isfahan,
do you watch that tonight?
right? He knows that if we send them over here to go get this enriched uranium out, he even stated it's going to take weeks in order to get that out of there.
You
We
do?
wouldn't have U.S.
Oh,
casualties.
shit. Okay, my bad.
So I do believe he's doing
I
the
have
right
Paramount
thing
Plus.
by doing his damnedest
cousin
to
passed away with
negotiate
Paramount
to
Plus.
get that enriched uranium out of there so that my friends don't have to go over there and die. I'm with him.
Yeah, they're saying Paramount.
But
Open the
the
Paramount
risk
app and go
to
to
U.S.
Paramount
troops
Plus.
is far less.
UFC.
Because again, our goal is to get the enriched uranium
Starts
out.
at
The
$7.99
risk to U.S.
or
troops
$8.99
is
a month.
far less in a massive bombing campaign
Subscribers get a free
for
trial.
1 week,
And
pushing the
sign up for the trial
IRGC's
that
poop
he has
in,
tonight.
than it is sending in our freaking operators on the ground to go secure this
Only on Paramount
location
Plus, that's
alongside
crazy.
scientists,
Okay.
mining experts, and God only knows what else it's going to take to dig
There's
this
some
crap
deal.
out
There's
of the
some, gotta be
ground
like some
and
big
move it out
money
of the
deal
country.
behind
The
that.
risk is far less.
Paramount Plus.
When
Only get those
surgery
are
becomes
bad.
part of your
By the way,
journey,
if
you want
you
the
do
best of
this,
both worlds.
and you send U.S. troops in on the ground, the likelihood that Iran backs off the Strait of Hormuz, little to none. Little to none. And the amount of bombing that we would have to do anyway to get it out. If your ultimate goal is to get the enriched uranium out of Iran, you have to go back to peace through strength. Not peace through capitulation to try to get a negotiation because you feel like you're close. His advisors need fired. The people that are advising Donald Trump right now need fired. They're blowing smoke up his butt, and they clearly have no understanding of how
Not peace through
the IRGC
capitulation to try to get a negotiation because you feel like you're
Paramount Plus.
ever be able to get Iran to capitulate unless you bring them to their knees. That's just a fact. W Don't Know says, same tough Trump comments on Lebanon strikes to Axios. TY reported.
Definitely pay attention in case something happens, because you know
Some
Joe
tough
Rogan was a
Trump comments on
concern.
Lebanon
He didn't think
strikes.
it was a good idea just for, like,
Dude,
security
that is
to have that
probably
Paramount. I mean, the
one of the
White
most
House
absurd things I've heard.
fight.
Tough comments? No. We condemned our ally for responding to an attack on their sovereignty. That's what we did. Condemned it. Condemned it. What's even worse is I don't want to say fake news media, et cetera, is out there attacking the Trump administration, trying to make them look like idiots. Out of nowhere yesterday, this year-old video of J.D. Vance came out. And they tried circulating it. I'm going to play it for you in a second. They tried circulating it, making JD look like an idiot and making it seem like negotiations couldn't get to where they're at. I think you can get to where we need to be with negotiations, but you need to stick through that peace through strength aspect that I've been preaching about forever. You have to project the strength. Listen to what they've been blasting out.
Listen, this is how wars ultimately get settled. If you go back to World War II, if you go back to World War I, if you go back to every major conflict in human history, they all end with some kind of negotiation. Listen, this is how...
That's it. That's the clip that they ended up playing. And it made its way vastly circulating the internet, trying to make JD look like an idiot, saying that, dude, World War II wasn't settled via negotiations or via an agreement. It was because we dropped 2 nuclear weapons. Nailed it. Correct. Hitler ends up killing himself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But there was shit that went in writing, and that's what he was talking about further. Again, this video is a year old, and they're trying to make it seem like he brought that up yesterday. You know what that was in reference to? That was in reference to Ukraine and Russia. You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, I pulled the entire transcript for you from Meet the Press on August 24th, 2025.
On August 5th, 2025, police in Alexandria, Indiana were chasing a suspected drunk driver through city streets at speeds of more than 100 miles an hour. the pursuit would soon take a dangerous and deadly turn.
Southbound, passing 5th. He's going the wrong way. I'll make terminate here in a second. I'll see where he goes. I believe he just crashed. I'm checking out.
Clear on Possible 1050.
1050 to roll over 17th Street. And let me get a street here.
Dash to push when they talk instead of holding it. I think someone married and the rollout.
Go ahead and start an ambulance. I'm just rolling up.
We've got you paying your 17th in taxes.
Affirmative, that's where I saw him roll over. It's a rollover.
Clear, we're starting him in.
Lots of little pieces. And I got shattered. Oh wow. Wow. And some cars torn apart and accidents. That's some of the worst. Wow.
Doesn't look like. Yep. He is. You alright? He is.
Oh wow.
He just moved.
Can't tell if anyone else is in there with him.
Nope.
Wait.
Is he still alive?
Kurt, you able to get him out of that vehicle?
I don't think so. He's on that side, but I can't tell if there's anybody else.
Clear on Temple Medic.
I don't see anybody else. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Are they trying to, in that situation, can they reach in and grab their hand, put your hand in their few fingers and say, if you can hear me, squeeze my fingers.
I think we're gonna have to, or it's gonna burn up.
Right, just to see if they're even.
Yep.
He said he moved. They're breathing and they move.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright. Make sure no one else is in there.
Yeah, I can do
A little further away.
Is there anybody else?
There's 2 people there. We don't know if they were in the car or they got hit at that house. Some chick with her leg snapped, and I didn't see the other person.
He hit that railroad tracks is what he did. And got airborne. I don't think there's any more besides up there. No, just the driver. I think that's it, though. I can't see anything else in there. Yeah, we pulled him out so in case it starts fire. No, I don't think so. But it was. Thought I smelled fire here in a minute.
You're asking me all these questions. I have no idea. I'm watching it just like you.
What's that? Is it not?
No. This is like a smoke from the radiator mostly.
Okay.
I haven't seen sparks at all. Is he breathing?
He might be now. He was moving a minute ago. But I don't think so now.
I don't know.
So far, we tried looking in the back, but couldn't see.
Right.
There more people.
What's that?
Right.
People were in there.
We don't know.
I agree with you.
As far as I know, this is him, but I couldn't see in the back. Probably 10-0. I lost him just a minute as he went the wrong way, and then I saw a bunch of smoke at the track.
Who knows if he
So I
was coherent at all and just kind of laying there.
And that, I knew
Could have hear stuff going on. I don't know. Nobody did a
I saw all the
squeeze
smoke,
my
and that's
finger or
why I knew
anything
what happened.
test, so I'm not sure. Someone else did it off of his body camera. We just didn't hear or see it.
Signal 100 canceled at 222.
What's that? They're right there. Were they in the car?
No, I don't think so.
They were in the car.
Oh, they were?
Yeah,
I didn't know. I couldn't see how many were in the car.
They're in the car?
I didn't know
all the way
that.
through here?
Yeah. He hit the tracks, probably going over 100. I couldn't see. I just saw a bunch of dust.
He flew past it.
So there were more than just him. Right, but were they in the car though? I don't know if they were in the car.
Where's that tie rod?
Regime.
Bees are
The
gone.
news
Oh, they
arrived.
took off like that. Wait, what?
Trump announced that the agreement will be signed today, or no later than tomorrow. He made it clear when everything calms down,
Oh, that's kind of
the United
gangster. I
States
don't know.
will
What if like
collect
the bees
the
got inside
uranium
or something?
and
That would
destroy
have
it.
like
Pakistan announced that the agreement will be signed digitally. Iran, for its part, declared that it will change and charge ships in the Strait of Hormuz for passing. So,
That's so crazy.
after President Trump announced that the agreement is expected to be signed today, senior officials in Israel are expressing concerns over the details of this emerging deal. A deal that, according to reports, does not touch the most sensitive security issues for Israel. And in the IDF, they assessed that Mustafa Khamenei approved the text for the Supreme Council of Iran. So, what stands behind this agreement? All the details are coming now. And the Islamic Axis is still here. Today, we will dive into the Iranian grip on Lebanon. Against the backdrop of the emerging agreement with the United States of America, senior military officials of the Islamic Republic are involved in Hezbollah's command and in the organization's decision-making. The IDF exposes operational maps in southern Lebanon for the conquest of Israel, which were found inside tunnels of the Hezbollah terrorist organization beneath the Beaufort Ridge. And on top of all of this, will we see Mustafa Khamenei at his father's funeral? It seems that Khamenei is coming out of the freezer. Iran published a funeral route, and against the backdrop of the ceasefire, he is supposed to emerge. I'm Yair Pinto. With me is Mati Shoshani. We're here in Boots on the Ground. We bring you the full truth about what's happening here in Israel and the full truth about what's happening in our neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Just follow the end. Thank you very much, everyone. Tati goodbye. Tati goodbye.
I saw a bunch of dust, so I knew what happened. I knew he hit that track, that railroad track.
He had to hit the track way back there.
He did. High speed goes on.
That's what Sanderson just said.
I mean, and people are literally like, hey, stop it. Where to start at?
Jokes I heard a long time ago, which was like a 95-year-old guy marries a 25-year-old gal and goes to the doctor right before the wedding, and he says, is there anything I need to know, doc? And the doc says, well, yeah, you know, you should know that sex at this point could be dangerous, even lethal. And he said, if she dies, she dies.
That's great.
Yeah.
There's my dad is dementia, and which is, you know, obviously very sad. He's my hero, and you know, he introduces me in the special. And but like during this time where Em and I were trying to get pregnant, I would go over every week to see him, and he'd be like, "How's things going?" And I'm like, "It's, you know, rough trying to get just trying to get pregnant, and it's just not really going that well." And he would go, "Well, if you need some help, you know, I can help." And he would forget that he would say the joke. And every week, I would go over, and he would offer to have sex with my wife and put a baby in her. So this goes on for like 6 months. So this is, now, what I will say is, that might be like the negative side of dementia, but one of the cool positives is, and you know, life is about perspective, right? You can have good perspective on even the worst things. Like, he gets to find out he has a granddaughter every single time I see him.
Is that right?
Yeah. Now, sometimes he'll kind of remember, sometimes it might not be there, but like, that must be a pretty cool feeling.
Does he remember you?
Yeah. So it's hard building new long-term memories.
Okay.
Like, the way the memories works is there's like short-term and long-term, and you can create new long-term memories just by continuous efforts. So like repeating the same thing over and over again.
Like with the table manners.
Exactly.
Reinforcement.
Constant. But short term, he doesn't really.
How old is he?
He's 81.
So how long has he been dealing with this?
Honestly, it started, I think, when I got out of college. Like, even 20 years ago, I started noticing these things. Like, very small, but it was like, oh, something's kind of up. And then.
So does that make you worry for yourself? Do you ever think about it?
No, anytime I forget anything, I'm like, I got it.
Yep.
But I don't know if it exactly works like that.
Right, I know. I have such a fear of this. And my mom doesn't have Alzheimer's, and my dad died too young for me to know. You know, he died at 45 of a heart attack. But I worry about it so much because it's like it can happen to anybody.
Yep.
And it can, even if you're using your brain as you do for a living, as I do for a living,
sure.
You're not immune. It's got Sandra Day O'Connor, who's like, I mean, there's nothing more intellectually straining than being on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yep.
So it's just so indiscriminate, and it's terrifying to me.
Some say diet.
Yep, diet.
Diet can really impact.
And
I think that's what
sleep.
we're gonna
Every time I have a sleepless night, I'm like,
it's over.
Getting my early alleys.
Yeah.
It's coming on.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember. When you have a bad night's sleep, you don't remember that as well the next day.
I will say, it does kind of expose like your true character in a lot of times. And one of the cool, rewarding things about it is just like seeing what like a good human my dad is. I've always thought he's like this angel, but like a truly just good, kind human. Like my mom had to take his like debit card because he would like give the people who sell the fruit in the neighborhood just money and forget he did it, and then go back and keep giving.
He was
money.
popular.
Yeah, these fucking assholes kept letting them give him money.
Oh no, that's low.
Yeah, that is low.
Yeah, that's.
So I made a call to Trump, and I was like, "We got some of it." I got a couple.
Speaking of having murdered people.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good. You take care of him. You have a good perspective on it. I always feel like if God forbid this happens to me, I said this to Doug. Please make sure I'm sitting in a room with all my favorite movies, just on loop.
Yep.
And my favorite audiobooks just playing on loop. Like I can just keep enjoying these series over and over and over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's exactly the way it works, but that's how I'd like to believe it's going to work.
It will. But I don't think that, I don't know. Who knows what will happen? I hope it won't happen. But don't stress about it now.
I know, you shouldn't.
Plenty of time to stress about it later.
Well, the other thing is, this is one of the things that RFKJ has been talking about. There's been such bullshit going on in the public health world for so long, and we talked about this on our show 3 years ago, where this massive thing came out with this guy committed fraud in saying they'd made this major breakthrough in Alzheimer's and that they'd really zeroed in on the amyloid plaque. And then it turned out he had been faking all the photos to show this, and they'd been repeated, and he was like the gold standard researcher in all this. And now it's like Alzheimer's research was set back by 15, 20 years. It's one of the other reasons why it just feels so good we have people in there now who will not treat any of this prior bullshit as, godly and untouchable. Jay Bhattacharya, who just took over at NIH, he's being confirmed right now as his hearings are underway. They were like, so you're not going to go back and look at whether childhood vaccines are linked to autism, right? Those are well-settled studies that there's no link whatsoever. And to his credit, he was like, look, I understand there's been a lot of research on this, but he basically said, I'm not going to say never. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with going back and looking and then revealing the science to everybody.
I think that the most important thing that anybody that is representing a government institution can do right now is be transparent about their failures and their successes. So if going back and looking at the research and then presenting studies shows that there is no link, that's awesome.
Yeah, now I trust it coming from you.
Yeah, I'm feeling concerned. Like, I joke around all the time, like, I believe whatever the last YouTube video I watched is. That is what I believe, 100%. Like, I'm easily convinced, like, I'm locked in. So if you're RFK, if you're this guy, it's like, just be transparent. Tell us where the fuck-ups were. Don't gaslight us, because we've been gaslit so much that I feel like it's completely dissolved our confidence in these institutions. And in order to have like a proud American public, we need something to be proud of. We can be proud. We fuck up too. You can fuck up, and we will forgive you. Give us that opportunity.
Yeah.
But I cannot forgive you if you continue to lie to me.
That's right.
If you are not accountable for anything at all, and I think that's why Fauci, he'll never be forgiven. That's why he probably took the what's it called?
I am science. The pardon.
Yeah, it's like, why do you even need to take the pardon?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I will say Elon's out there like, we did screw up. We canceled funding for Ebola. Nobody likes Ebola. That we're resuming that.
More of that. I love that. Like, to me, instead of looking at that and hopefully the opposition or hopefully Democrats don't use that and be like, see, he's an asshole, you should use that as an example of how you should conduct yourself in public. Hey, we messed up. We're bringing it back. We're bringing those people back.
It doesn't sound like Trump to me.
Trump refuses to ever do it. He is
was
right.
Was your show the first one on which he explained the weave?
Yeah.
It was, right?
Yeah.
That was an amazing soundbite.
Oh, dude, he was... I think the best moment of that whole thing to me was when he goes, I'm basically an honest person. And I'll never forget that. I think about that once a day. Because it's actually the most honest thing you can say.
Yeah.
Everybody looked at that like, see, he's admitting he's a liar. And it's like, no. A liar would say, I'm an honest person.
I never lie. Yeah. And then, I don't know if this is true, but they say like the average person lies something like 15 times a day. It's something ridiculous. But no, that was a great interview that you did with him. And we actually have a clip of it, right? Let's play it, and we'll take a break later.
I do a thing called the weave. I don't ramble. If I start a story, what you do is you weave things and you do it. You need an extraordinary memory because you have to come back to where you started.
Yes.
You always, a weave is only good
They
if
don't
you
give you
come
credit
back.
for that.
That's true.
You can go all the way over here and
I
then
can
get back.
go so far here or there. And I can come back to exactly where I started. Now, someday when you don't come back to where you started,
you're behind it.
And you're say,
A third person in the
He wasn't wrong. Like it was, and he does do the weave, and he does manage to land it back.
I mean, he's just the way the way he constructs sentences is different than normal people. It's like whatever idea pops in, he grabs onto it and he continues. And I mean, you've been talking in front of the camera to millions of people for decades. You probably know by now, like, the people that you listen to are the ones you cannot predict the next word they're going to say, for better or for worse.
Right.
You can't predict how he's going to finish the sentence.
Oh God, no.
It could start on Ukraine, and then he's like, I had the best falafel. You know, the thing about falafel is, there's a place in New York, Mamoon's. We bought that building. It was a great building. Like, it's just,
Yes.
and I'm locked in.
Yeah, you're riveted.
The train is gone.
Yeah, but he will get back to Ukraine at the end.
He'll get back to Ukraine.
To his credit, because that's the place where most of us fall apart. You know, you lost your train of thought, you're off, you're meandering down a tributary, you never get back on the main river. Trump always does. All right, stand by. We're gonna go take a little tributary now. We'll be back on the main river with Andrew Schultz, whose new special Life is on Netflix right now. Go download it. Do yourself a favor, and we'll be right back with Andrew.
If your wife first gets pregnant, you have to go get a baby-specific doctor called an OBGYN, right? Which I didn't know what the fuck that was. I thought it was more gay letters. I was like, my wife's like, we need an OBGYN. I was like, why do we need a fucking gay guy to deliver the baby? What do they know about this? It's not their jurisdiction at all. Oh, some gay doctor to open my wife's legs, like, ew, yucky, gross.
And then we're going to add just a little bit of salt.
That's amazing. I have to say, there are a lot of women who do it, but I've never had a male OBGYN. And I never want one.
My wife's dad is an OBGYN.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, who's going to that?
I don't know.
It's
Some women
just
are
so-
totally fine with it.
Yeah.
He's not looking at you as like
Not
an
at all.
individual.
No, but I also, as like a man, I don't know why you want to see, because like, aren't you kind of seeing women like when it's at its roughest?
They don't see it that way. Like I think they're able to distinguish between the moment they're with that personally versus professionally.
Yes, of course. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to the OBGYN, isn't it like, something's burning down here, right? Like, don't you see it if it's bumpy or burning, and now you're just seeing like vaginas that are messed up.
Necessarily, you know, you got to go for your annual exam.
There's
where
checkups.
They do the full checkup.
Pap smear, right?
That, and you know they can get on it up in there.
Really?
No, yeah.
What is a Pap smear?
It's very unpleasant. They put like this clamp thing in you, and then they take like this long Q-tip and they rub the cervix, and then put those like cells on a petri dish and send it out to go see if you have like early cancer.
Oh, so it's to see if you have cancer.
I mean, among other things, I'm sure, but yeah, that's what I think it's for. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have to do that every year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's most of us go once a year.
Wow.
Now you can potentially go once every 3 years, depending on like your health and whether you've had this HPV vaccine. That's very controversial. We did a whole show on it. But in any event, yeah, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant even when you have a female doctor.
Yeah.
And they check you everywhere.
I've never seen a cock doctor in my entire life.
What?
I don't think we go to that.
Well, no, doesn't your normal doctor, though, handle you and make you cough and check for prostate issues?
But how funny is that? That like, just like the vagina has its own doctor, and then I could just go to like a nerd, like anybody with it, but like the stethoscope and get my balls checked.
Well, you're a lucky man, because I'm sure if you had a problem down there, they would send you to a urologist, and then he'd grab you like a ketchup bottle, and you'd be uncomfortable.
But yeah, I guess my problem is internal. But yeah, that's yeah, wow.
I know, the whole thing with the doctors is like very intimate. They get right up in your space, and like there's no way around it. As a woman, you have to let them check your lady parts, and then you get to the age where I am, and you got to go for the mammograms, and they grab your boob and they squeeze it down like a pancake. It hurts.
Yeah.
And they're squeezing it, and then the woman's running out of the room to X-ray you, and you're like, why am I stuck in here with all the radiation?
Yeah.
And they're telling you have to do it once a year. I don't know if I believe in it anymore. I mean, you do. Don't listen to me. Don't go for your mammograms. I'm just saying, like. Now you had to start going. I think at 40 or 45. I've been doing it for 10 years.
Do you have breast cancer in your family?
I mean, my nana had it when she was 81, which I don't think technically counts, but it doesn't matter because most of breast cancers come in families where you didn't have a family history anyway.
Really?
Yeah, so you have to worry about it no matter what. It's just one of those things. You hate the annual physical for this reason, right? You just got to start thinking about all the things you don't want to think about.
Yeah, it just makes you face your
Your
mortality.
mortality.
Yeah,
But you're still young, so I don't. Do you get an annual physical?
I don't even know. Eventually
you
my
don't
wife
know?
she'll just say things to me like, it's been 2 years since you've been to the dentist. And I was like, all right, I'll go to the dentist. Like, I don't keep it up with any of these things. It's
Well,
bad.
I mean, good dental health is very important.
Yeah, they say that.
And the longer you wait on that one, the worse it is.
And you have your teeth, right? These are your
these are all my
real
teeth.
teeth. It's so refreshing to see real teeth.
Thank you.
Don't you think?
The veneers are blinding.
It's too much, the veneers. Like, you kind of almost like, you need to go down a shade.
Yeah.
Or like sting them slightly.
Do something.
Yeah.
I'm not good at detecting them. I actually just found out that most people are wearing veneers who have that, like, those 1,000-watt smiles.
Yeah.
I didn't totally know that.
Yeah. Now it's become so popular that I think it's actually going to have the reverse effect.
Like it's going to be like the Kim Kardashian butt, where people start rebelling.
And I think we're going to want to see natural teeth.
Oh, okay. Here is a transition for
Ooh,
you.
good. Tell me.
Speaking of the Kim Kardashian butt.
Yes.
Her ex,
Yes.
Kanye West,
Yes.
has a different wife now.
Bianca.
They may or may not be getting a divorce. There have been rumors and reports that they are, but unconfirmed. But before Kim, I think, and before Bianca, there was Amber Rose,
Yes, Amber.
who wound up speaking at Trump's RNC.
Yeah.
And she gave an interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. And she spoke to why Kanye likes apparently having his wives be naked in public, like a lot.
What did she say?
Take a look.
Kanye's for sure dressing her like that. Yeah, he did the same thing to me and Kim. This is who he is.
What is it about that he wants the world to know? Look at my woman. We can see.
He wants other men to want his woman. That's what he's into. He likes that. He likes that men are like drooling over his woman. That's what he's into. Yeah, he wants all his friends to want his girlfriend. He wants everybody that when you walk in a room, that his girlfriend or wife is the most desirable in the room.
She the baddest bee in the room.
That's what he likes. Yeah.
And she said he did it to me, he did it to Kim, and he's doing it to Bianca. What do you make of that? Like, that seems so odd to me to want everybody to admire your woman so much you want her to go out naked in public.
Yeah, it makes me question like if he really likes her or if she's just a tool for his own validation.
Right, to get attention.
Yeah. Kanye's I'm just like exhausted by it, to be honest. Like, he's so exhausting, but he's so good at getting attention.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be so annoyed by him, and then he'll like tweet a couple things, and I'll be like, holy shit.
Did you see all the porn he tweeted?
No.
Super Bowl weekend? Oh my God! So all my friends were texting me like, "Don't go on Kanye's X feed," which of course
you gotta do.
You go immediately.
Of course.
Like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
And I could not believe my eyes.
Well, he's actually posting porn.
I don't think it was him.
Yeah.
It was a black man and a white woman in the videos without the faces in most of them, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it was very graphic, XXX porn.
Yeah.
All over his X feed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, right? So then I logged off of that, and it wasn't until a couple hours later that I remembered to mention it to Doug. I'm like, oh my God. So he went back. It was still up.
Yeah.
Like it hadn't been taken down.
That's not surprising me because like there's a moment like the Super Bowl where he knows that everybody's attention is going to be on somebody else. So he's like, I'm going to make this about me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's constant like thirst and need for attention. I don't even know if he's aware of that.
Do you think the Hitler comments are coming from the same place?
Yeah, it's the same thing as MAGA. Like when MAGA was that radioactive, he was like, I'm going to wear the MAGA hat.
That's interesting.
He takes the most disliked, radioactive, fucked up thing, and he's like, I'm so cool that I can make this cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done that like throughout his life with fashion. And, you know, now he does it with like talking points and that kind of stuff. But I think it's just a reflection of like him thinking, I'm so the man, I can make Hitler the man. Or it's coming from this place of, you're not going to tell me what I can or can't like.
Yeah.
I have total autonomy and freedom in life.
That I respect and like.
Yeah.
That I like.
It's just there's other ways to prove you're free.
Right. Well, there are a lot of
In
people
that
like that in the
direction,
public. conversation.
Well, I'm also go like, are you really free? If you need to do that,
right?
Because now you're being controlled. The opposite.
Well, if you always have to do the most subversive thing, the most controversial thing.
People that are truly free don't need that.
Yeah.
They feel the freedom, so they don't need to execute it every second. People who don't feel free need to constantly prove that they're free.
It's back to the old, Michael Jordan didn't tell you what a great basketball player he was.
He knew he was.
Yeah.
Like, he knew he was.
I was actually with somebody from another sport, which I won't reveal who it was because it would make it obvious. But they were like, I'm the GOAT. Everyone knows I'm the GOAT. And I remember thinking, I don't think the GOAT ever calls himself the GOAT.
No.
It's not a thing.
No.
So you've got this very successful podcast now in addition to your comedy routines. What do you do on that show? Are there any limits? Is there anything you do to make it a success? Somebody was just asking me this about my show, and I was like, that's not how I approach it. I just kind of do I just talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah. I talk about what I want to talk about, and then, I try very hard to not let the algorithm dictate what we talk about.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of times now there's a lot of creators that don't even realize that algorithm is really dictating to them what they should create. They'll post a video or cover a topic and it will go crazy, and then they go, "Ooh, I should cover that more." And then you see people lose their own personal creativity, and they just become this slave to the algorithm.
Yes.
The problem is that when you're going to do the stories you want to do, you have to accept that some days the stories are going to go crazy, and some days they're not going to go crazy. And your core fans will really appreciate it, but it's not going to be this pure numbers game. And that's been the thing that we accept, because authenticity is the most important thing to me. But it is one of those things that you gotta go, okay, this isn't gonna be as big a story. We get that. How can we be so interesting or so funny about it that maybe more people will find interest in this thing that we're really interested in?
I really think that is fool's gold, right? Just to go for the viral clip, because it's like you might get a lot of subscribers or follows or whatever, or even just views or likes of that one clip, but they're not real.
I'm so glad you keep going. This is great.
They're not going to stay that's why you see people who have a huge number of subscribers on YouTube, but very little engagement, because their fans are not actually they just click to watch that one clip, but then they're never coming back. Whereas if you just work on doing good programming every day, they're real. The relationship between you and the people watching is real. They trust you and honor you, and vice versa.
Trust you. They're here, and if you really care about something, there are people watching right now that might not care about it at all, and the fact that you do, they'll give it that little second, they'll give it that minute, and they'll be like, okay, maybe I should care about this thing.
Right.
I see this all the time. It's and this is kind of where you can see the grift a little bit, where there are people that sometimes are popular because there's great social utility. Right? There's a version where this special has social utility, and I might get popular with some people because they're
called Life on Netflix.
Check out that thing. Did you see this thing? Look at this.
One of the things people love about the Bearcat G3 four-wheel drive system is the larger tires with run flats to give you better off-road capability and a little bit more ground clearance. As you approach the Bearcat, you see these heavy-duty ballistic steel running boards, double welded. If someone tries to T-bone you, they're going to total their car. You have the intercom system to allow you to listen to outside ambient noise. You have the electric power mirrors because the windows don't roll down.
All I want
Bearcat
for
doors
Christmas is an
are nice and wide
vehicle.
for you guys to get in and out in their full kit. Map pockets, battle bolts,
That thing is really cool.
emergency escape release levers, gun ports, grab handles, cup holders. All your controls are up front, so either the driver or the front passenger can manage all the lights, sirens, and other standard or optional equipment. Let's talk about a few other features in this vehicle. Our standard USB charging ports, a total of 14.
For the police forces,
our
or
siren,
is that
our
going
PA system, our wig-wag lights, our rear stealth feature to kill your backup light and your brake light. Optional features like the 360-degree camera, providing you better situational awareness.
Yeah, the things are really
and
cool.
DVR capability.
I'll send over the thingy.
Our high-intensity
This is just on
driving
YouTube. If you want to go on there, I know you don't like going on YouTube.
Everything in this Bearcat is created for you to be able to accomplish your job.
It is
easier than you've ever
a
done
Lenco Lenco Bearcat G3 walk
Easy to get in and out of. Check this out.
$401,652.
I'm a 64-year-old man. If I can get in this Bearcat that quickly, so can you, even faster. One of the things that our customers love about the rear area of the Bearcat is our extra long bench seats. wide enough for 3 or
Wow,
4
that's really
operators
cool.
on either side. Plus, look at the wide running boards that wrap all the way around. If you need to operate from the rear, there's plenty of room and plenty of grab handles on the outside. Let's check out a few more features up on the roof. Just like that, on one hand you can open that roof hatch and it'll pin in place because of our standard counterbalance roof hatch system. Our heavy-duty bearing will allow you to turn this bear cap with relative ease. And with the cupola, because of the extra weight, we do give you a hand crank. It's as smooth as silk. You can lock it in place quickly. You shut it. You quickly shut the right door first, then the left door. Throw that dog bolt. To give you 360 degrees of armor protection when you're facing your objective. Let's talk about a few other features in this awesome G3 Bearcat. Our rear air conditioner, engine driven, controlled from the rear, but also providing more BTUs than the Ford system can provide. Our adjustable height gunner stand, 3 position, our rubber floor mat, optional upgrade over the carpet, plus our trauma lighting, which provides bright light,
Good morning
soft
time.
light, and then red light in the event
It's 1:44.
of a night
Did
operation.
you just wake up?
So much light in here that an emergency procedure can be done in an ALS situation. So if you like what you learned today about the Lenco Bearcat and you want to talk about grant writing or leasing or just get a quote for your team, give us a call. We'll make it happen. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Institute, the Institution of Imagination and Inspiration, LLC. Sherry from HR. Bring Canada hat to the boss's office right away.
Wow, okay, a meeting with my boss and my HR representative? How fun!
Cat in the hat. Every one of your assignments is a disaster.
Ah! Nailed it.
We're giving you one last chance, or you lose your strike.
Got my hat on just to... Thank you.
Guys, we're here! I'm never gonna fit in here like I did at home. I know this is hard, but this is home now.
Let's see what we can do. It's me!
Yeah! I'm the cat in the hat!
Call the cops.
No, wait. Ooh, yikes. Okay, yeah, that is you. Let's get it started, all right? What time today you have to do more to impress them? Why, hello.
Look at this mess.
Don't worry. With this go-backer, we can make all the mess that we want. And then we just go back and undo it.
That means we can go back to before we move.
No, it's dangerous. I'm gonna get fired.
What?
Help me find the go-backer, and I'll help you go back and undo your move.
Deal. Where are we?
You can roll me up entirely your memories.
My old school.
I'm blind. Wow, that was loud. I'm sorry. I forgot I had a bomb in my hat.
Behold some of the most unexplored mysteries of the universe.
We're never gonna get home.
I know change isn't easy, but this is a chance to make new memories.
Follow me.
If we don't find the go-backer, the universe will be destroyed forever. So dramatic.
The head was so scared.
I am so scared.
Can we wrap this up?
Hold on, I want to see what happens to Carmela. I will always be with you, Carmela. Ah, the baby is yours.
Wait, I know who to ask if we want to find the go-backer.
What?
Huh? I think this is the language.
Strike everyone to be quiet. That's actually offensive.
At Darling's Hyundai in Augusta, summer is here and so are the savings.
Lease a 2026 Hyundai Elantra, only $299 a month, 0 down, first payment only due at signing. Or lease a 2026 Hyundai Sonata, only $299 a month, $22.99 due at signing. Don't miss these hot summer deals at Darling's Hyundai in Augusta. You'll do better at Darling's.
He's westbound. Something cool off on the side of the road over here.